Hello folks, Rider Nation's out smiling today, that's for sure. Put a big smile on my face that game yesterday. On my sheet that I keep track of everything, there was a lot more pluses than minuses. Before I get going here, I'd like to thank everybody for clicking on my videos. I really appreciate it. A lot of clicks on the last one, but I think they're trying to find the game, and I was just talking about pre-game, sort of misled. I'm sorry about that. But I was listening to the after game show, and I got a kick out of one of the callers. Said he wanted to give a shout out to Rider guy. Man, it shocked me. Thanks a lot out there. I don't know, didn't hear who you are, but you must watch my videos. I don't even know if Wes Cates or Dunk even know who Rider guy is or has a clue. But it was nice to hear that. It's always nice to get a win. I know it's just preseason, but let me tell you, the attitude in the locker room's a lot better after a win than a loss. And I don't care what anybody says. If you played team sports, may not be just preseason, but you still want to beat the opposition and show that you're number twos, threes, ones, or whatever, who's ever in there is doing better than their ones, twos, threes, fours. Of course, Winnipeg didn't bring a lot of their important players, but that don't matter. A win's a win, and it's been 9 long months since I've seen a win by the Saskatchewan Roughriders. That's an awful long time. I suppose one of the minuses in the game was the penalties. A lot of stupid penalties there. Again, we got one. We're going for it, 3rd and 1, and go offside. And we got one called back on a beautiful punt return where it was a holding on a beautiful punt return by Myers. He wasn't afraid. He just caught that thing perfectly on the fly, and he was surrounded by Bomber players. There's no yards in the play, but we ended up with a holding and it was nullified. And another one, big play, Cohen's pass to I think it was Cohen to Keyshawn Johnson. Yeah, and Aju was a mile offside. I laughed. He went to the sidelines and looked at the iPad. He had to know he was a mile offside. He wasn't even close. That being said, I've seen that happen on both sides of the ball. It looked like a couple times Winnipeg receivers were well past the line of scrimmage at the ball snap. And you got a time count, and I never want to have those time counts. I know it's hard to practice, but well, all in all, I was pretty happy with the game, especially the line play. You know, the line play was pretty impressive. And I know, again, it's only preseason, but they look pretty impressive to me. Yeah, still a little iffy out of left tackle. That Reed got a few plays in there. They held their own pretty good against what I think is a lot of their starters for Winnipeg. And our starters went full bore at each other. So they did pretty good. Got a couple holes for all that, but a couple of them they got stuffed. But that was, I think, when they tried to use a receiver to make a block, and it didn't work. It was nice that I didn't think we'd be able to replay the game on that CFL Plus, but you can go back there and replay it. It was some coverage, but it wasn't the top notch. It was hard to pick out, only one camera angle basically. So of course the Riders will have some really good tape on these guys. But the other left tackle that I didn't like was Tucker. One he got blown by, and another one was suspect on. Like I said, limited snaps, but I still think he might have a problem there. And the only other problem I didn't like was on the right corner. They had one real bad blown coverage, and then another one where that Smith, he had a couple just looking in the backfield. That's what Marshall was good at, looking in the backfield. And he got burned a couple times. And then I don't know what happened on that side of the field where they got the touchdown. Completely broken coverage. Closest guy to him was another receiver for Winnipeg. But all in all, you know, the quarterback play, Harris was in there for the first quarter. Yeah, he blew one of his swing passes, hurried it up too much, made a bad throw, but he made a really good one. They were coming on a blitz to Sean Baines. Had a beautiful play, hit him right on stride perfectly, and they were coming after him. And the other one, we were second and long, and he throws one out pass to Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake makes an outstanding play and helps Harris out. Threw it way behind him, and he was open going to the sideline and hit him way behind him. But Shake and Bake made a hell of a play. And then Fine came in, and he didn't do a hell of a lot. You know, they were mostly handoffs, and then Shrever was the center, and he did a high snap wide too. He made a nice snag, grabbed it, but play was broken. I think he might have got dinged up a bit on that play, or a play just too down from that, and right away Pipkin was in. So he didn't show nothing actually. Sweet tweet. But Patterson, very impressive. Really moved around in the pocket when he had to, in fact. You know, and hit some beautiful strikes. Beautiful strikes. Oh, I think that was maybe him that threw that one to, I'll have to check, to Joe. He played good too. Like, I'm really satisfied with his play. Very calm in the pocket. Shuffles around a bit, looks for that guy, boom, ball's gone. He missed on the long one, kind of underthrew him. But he hit over Joe perfect, one-handed it and took her to the house. Oh, Joe, he had a lot of targets. Looking good for him so far, that's for sure. But back to the line play, you know. Excellent on defense. A lot of standout guys there, you know. A few guys got burnt on the end. Like, I'm kind of disappointed with that Eclair. You know, the downs he got, he didn't show nothing. And he's got a lot of competition out there. Like, I like that Albright. That Albright, he's not a bad player. Yeah, that Albright and Baldonado, they've got, you know, that Eclair isn't safe, I don't think. And they've got, I can't remember the 93, I think it's Crawford. Yeah, he wasn't bad either. And up the middle, played pretty solid. I like that Saunders. Just a couple come up the gut, and that was when Strevler was in there. He's gonna cause us problems, and the leak problem. I know he can't throw worth a shit, but I'll tell you what, he's a threat to run the ball, and on those run pass option plays, it's really tough to stop guys like that, and especially when the quarterback can run so good. But that Saunders, I tell you, he looked pretty good. There was a few guys up the middle that looked damn good. McIntosh up the middle looked good, and Brown held his own, and they were moving Lanier when he did get in there. They actually moved him a couple times to the outside. Hope that works, but I like him in the inside. Cox looked good. One time he got caught out a bit, but Corte Moore, he got lots of snaps, made some good plays. One time he didn't seal very good coming in, or guy that got outside of him and made a play. But in general, you know, the defense played damn good. You know, overall, a lot of 5 sacks. Yeah, the first one was a dandy against Drevler. Yeah, well, that one was a dandy. Number 39, Clements. He actually had a lot of good plays. Where else? Going all over the place here. Corner. Like, we're gonna have to find another corner. The only one I like is that maybe they have to try out there is Hill. Deontay Williams, man, he played well. One time he made a tackle. The guy was going on the other side of the field, and he just flew across, and actually I think that could count it as a sack. Crazy. It was a nice play. Showed his speed, that's for sure. One of the minuses in the game was Lawther. You know, Lawther, we don't have a kicker in camp that kicks field goals, just a punter. So it's just the same old thing. You hate to see a kicker missing because they can get into a funk real quick and you don't have a backup. I'm sure they got that guy still. I don't know if they got him on call, that guy from the Huskies they used last year, but they better have somebody in mind because field goal kickers can be pretty quirky and lose it really fast, that's for sure. Oh yeah, another big plus was that 25, Rakovic. I'll tell you, they got him put as a fullback, but I think he's basically more a running back, and I hope they can find a way of keeping him. Like, they're good. Well, the O-line was making him look good too, because I'll tell you that when he come in there, they were blowing him back 4 or 5 yards. When that happens, the running back's gonna make some hay. But the play I liked about him was when Cone was getting blitzed again, he dumped it off to that Rakovic, and there was 2 guys right on him right there, and he just did a fake move, jig jag, boom, he was gone. Made them look, left their jock straps on the field. Yeah, in general, I like that guy, but can they find a spot on the roster for him? It's starting to rain here again. It's good for the grass, that's for sure, but not good for walking rider. There's a ride there. Yeah, there was a lot of guys with pluses on my chart. That Colden made a hell of a knockdown. And like I said, that Saunders made 2, 3 nice plays. Williams, Allen, he made a nice play. And Fagot made a nice he made a nice interception. And so did 57, McLean. You know, like, that's why you win a lot of ball games, turning the ball over that many times. We also got a fumble recovery. All those turnovers could have been a massacre, even worse than it was, except for a couple bungles, big plays. Can't have them starting next real season. Those big plays can lose you a lot of momentum fast. Well, I might make another video here. Getting poured on here now. I'll get back to you, but man, oh man, put a big smile on my face. We finally got another win. I know it's preseason, but I don't care. A win is a win is a win. Till next time, go Riders go.